Going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on? I got a classic example that I'm gonna give y'all. This is a classic example. This happened to me some years back, but this is a classic example. I'm about to give y'all a classic example of something. Here's a classic example on how people judge you in the world. I never forget when I was about 15 or 16. I think I was about 15. I used to work at a barber shop back when I was in high school, and I I worked at this barber shop back in high school, and I I was judged in a very negative way by one of the barbers in the barber shop. You know, this was my first little job, that I got at 15, helping out in the barber shop. And you know, I one of the barbers had told me that I look like I get picked on, you know. And this right here is a classic example of how people build perceptions of you based on your appearance. When people first meet you, they don't know nothing about you. They don't know your personality. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know nothing about you. So the first thing people go on when they first meet you is your looks. That's the first thing people judge you by, what you look like. You know, that's the first thing people going off of, your appearance. And I used to think that people judge you by your personality, your character, what you represent, what you stand for as a person. But people do judge you by your appearance. I mean, for a barber to say you look like you get picked on, and he don't even know you personally, he judged me clearly on my appearance. But people say looks don't matter to people, though. You got people who make videos about incels and saying looks don't matter to people. People clearly people make assumptions about you based on how you look. They don't even have to know you personally. They don't have to know shit about you. And they'll instantly have an impression of you. One thing I had to understand in life is that your appearance is your first impression. It's your first and last impression, how you look. Because if people don't like how you look, they not gonna like you, and they ain't gonna want to be around you. I mean, it's crazy out here, man. Like, this was a classic example right here of how people judge you based on how you look. Judge you strictly on your appearance. I mean, it's just ridiculous, And I got another. I mean, I've been insulted so much in my life, it ain't even funny. But I had a female also tell me before that female who didn't even know me. She didn't know me from a speck of paint on the wall. She said that I seemed passive, and she didn't even know me. See, one thing I had to understand, and my grandmother even told me this: people judge you by your appearance. I never thought that people judged you by how you look, but they do. And if people don't like how you look, they're not gonna like you. They're not gonna like you. One thing I had to understand is that if people think you look like a loser, then that's how they're gonna treat you. If people think you look like, somebody that shouldn't be respected, then that's how they're gonna treat you, and that's how they're gonna act towards you. You can have a good personality and people will still treat you like shit because they don't like how you look. People try to make it seem like, oh, it's personality that matters to people. Looks don't matter to people. Looks matter more than people could ever imagine, you know. And when you have people that don't even know you, who making assumptions about you based on how you look, I mean, that tells you a lot. You know, I mean, it's, you know, but, you know, unfortunately, people deep down, they know the truth. People know that people judge people based on how they look. But, you know, people want to deny this and act like it's not true, you know. You got a lot of people who, you know, they want to believe what they want to believe, you know. A lot of people would rather believe a lie than to believe the truth. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. I just thought I would talk about these classic, you know, a classic example, you know, of how people judge you. Because, you know, this was an incident from some years back. I was in high school when that incident, as far as me, when I worked in the barbershop that I told you guys about, you know, and that barber, he made a negative judgment about me. Didn't even know me. You know, so that just go to show you the kind of world we live in, and that just go to show you how people are. And it's very unfortunate, you know. You can do all the right things in life. You can be nice to people. You can treat people right. But that don't mean that people gonna like you at the end of the day. And that don't mean that people gonna respect you at the end of the day. Because it's all about how people, you know, perceive you. And if people perceive you as an unattractive person, it's over. They're not gonna like you. No matter how great your personality is, no matter how good of a person you are, if people think you look like shit, they not gonna respect you and they not gonna like your ass. That's what I had to understand. You know, it don't matter how nice you are to people. Don't matter how respectful you are to people. You know, it don't matter about you doing the right thing in life or walking the straight and narrow path in life. None of that matters. You can do all the right things in life and people still won't like your ass. You know, it took me a while to realize that. You know, people, you know, they'll still outcast you. They'll still treat you like shit. Oh, yeah. You know, that's why I say the only things that really matter in life is what you look like and what you have. Those are the only things that really matter in life, because, you know, people try to tell you that what you think about yourself matters. But one thing I had to understand in my life is that what you think of yourself really don't even matter. It's how people view you as a person. You could think that you're not a bad looking person. You could believe whatever you want to believe. But ultimately, it's how other people see you. Because if people look at you as an outcast, or if people look at you as a loser, you know, that's how they gonna treat you. That's how they gonna treat you, and that's how they gonna act towards you. So it's not about how you see yourself as a person. See, this is the lie that people try to feed you. It's how the world see you. You may not think you a bad looking person, but other people may think you a horrible looking person. They may think you an ugly motherfucker. And that's one thing I had to understand in my life. You know, it's not about how you see yourself, it's how other people see you. You know, you may not think that you a bad looking person, but other people may think you are. You know, but you know, it just go to show you that we really do live in a shallow world full of shallow, superficial people, and people don't care about your character. People don't care about what you stand for as a person. All they care about is looks and what you have. You know? And that incident that I told you guys about, I want you guys to think about that, because that was a brutal incident that I experienced. And that just give you insight on how people really are and how fucked up they are. You know, I was 15 when that happened. Man didn't even know me in the barbershop and gonna say I look like I get picked on. Didn't even know me. But he instantly looked at me and he made a judgment about me. And that just go to show you how people judge you. They judge you all on your appearance. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Peace.